Whenever you're ready.
All right. Good evening, Soras, and good evening to my undergraduates, as well as I see some grad advisors joining us. Welcome to the undergraduate chat that we are trying for the first time this year virtually. My goal was to open up some of the schedule at the regional conference to move a lot of some of these chats to a virtual platform. And so before we get started, and thank you to everyone who is telling us good evening. So I want to have a little fun. Let us put in the chat box, let us know what school and your chapter that you represent, as well as good evening to our undergraduate cluster coordinators who are with us. I see some names popping up. I think I saw Sergeant Nazier with us. And so if you're an undergraduate cluster coordinator, just give us a wave emoji. Good to see you all as well. And so we have an agenda for you tonight, specifically targeted for the undergraduates. Some of you may have attended the Vassily chat or was earlier on for the first time attendees. So if it's repetitive, be patient with us. But there are some things I'm tweaking just for undergraduates. So we're going to get started. Next slide, please. So again, roll call. Let us know how many years, your year of initiation, your chapter, and your school. I see Florida State is in the house. Welcome back. So again, put your school, where you initiated, as well as your chapter. All right. Let us know who's out there and who is with us. Next slide, please. All right, Soros. So for our sorors, we have something new. We received a lot of feedback, and Soros wanted a conference app. And it's a great way for us to. Everyone has a phone nowadays, and it's like we are functioning as a society. So we have launched the app thanks to our amazing technology team. And so I'm going to ask our Shelbia King, who's going to walk you through the app and kind of let you know what to expect.
All right, good evening, sorors. So the AKA SARC 2025 app is launching soon. You will find it available to download in the App Store, the Google Play Store, and will also be accessible on your browser. So if you go to your respective app store and you search AKA SARC 2025, you will be able to download the app in advance of the conference. Once we actually launch the formal app, you will go into the app, you will look for the sign in page, and you will need to use the email address that you are registered for the conference. So make sure that you look at your conference confirmation to understand which email address you should be using. Once you sign in, you'll be able to go over to the menu where you're able to customize your in-app experience. So you'll be able to add a picture, change your name, and in this app, you will see our sponsor hub, our speaker hub, notifications that we will give you throughout the conference, as well as you'll be able to communicate to other attendees during the conference. This group should not have an issue, I don't think, navigating an app. But if you do, we will have a help desk that will be available to help you download on your phone. Please make sure that your cellular data plan is intact because there will be limited free Wi Fi in the convention center area. You will be able to explore the daily schedule for the conference, attire guidelines, see what vendors are in the vendor hall and if they have any specials, local shopping and dining spots around the city, medical services on site, and other things to do will all be in one place for you. Hopefully, all of you are receiving the Palm Tree Post newsletter. Look for that as well as our weekly STAR e-blast to give you details on when we will officially launch the app. But again, if you go to the App Store based on your iOS after this meeting, please, and look for the AKA SARC 2025 app, you will find us there and you can begin to download it now in preparation. Madam Regional Director, that's all I have.
Thank you. And just a reminder, Soros, you can download the app. However, it's not live for you to log in. So again, if you get a notice, what Madam Regional Director just did, it's not going to work, but you can at least download it so it's on your phone. But please look out for your emails that come from the region. When you see our newsletter that we send out, that's when we will launch to say the app is available for you now. And it's called the Palm Tree Post. And we give updates about the conference through that mechanism. So please look out for your emails from the region where you will again download the app. Soros, because we are trying to be Earth friendly, this is Earth Month in April, we're not going to have 6,000 printed agendas. So that's where you have the app to pull down the conference agenda, the schedule, the workshops, the room assignments. So you definitely want to download the app as soon as the email goes out, before you get to Tampa. We're also not going to have Wi-Fi in the plenary for 6,000 attendees. You may have Wi-Fi in your hotel room, but you will not have it in the plenary halls. So you want to download this and update the app throughout the conference when you're in your room. But most of the information, once it's initially launched, will have the main information. Okay. So again, this is a great tool that we hope that Saras will enjoy and will be able to use. All right. And again, if you have questions, Saras, please don't put it in the chat box. Put it in the Q&A so that we'll be able to track your questions. So as we go along tonight, please put your questions in the Q&A section. All right, next slide. All right, Saras, if you are not familiar with the city of Tampa, the 72nd South Atlantic Regional Conference will be held in two locations, primarily at the Tampa Convention Center, which is located downtown Tampa, Florida. You can get to it off of 275, Highway 275. And so the three hotels that are in walking distance to the Tampa Convention Center is the Marriott Waterside, the JW Marriott, and the Embassy Suites. The remaining hotels, there will be a bus shuttle provided for Sarah staying at the host hotels by the region that will bring you to the convention center. Again, I want to make sure you will also see the bus schedule in the app, and you want to pay attention to the bus schedule as well as the color coded for your route for your bus if you're not at one of those three hotels. We will have, just so you know, if you're not attending any of the milled events in this front courtyard area here, right in the front of the convention center off of Franklin Street, will be mobile food trucks on Friday and Saturday for Saras to grab food, as well as there will be carts throughout the convention center where you need to find lunch, coffee, or different things throughout the conference. Just so you know, on the first floor in the 100 area, which you all see, is where the workshops will be held, as well as you see ballrooms A, B, C, and D. This is where the mealed events will be. So this is where the EAF luncheon will be, the Diamond Pearl Gold and Silver Star celebration, the prayer breakfast on Friday morning, the legacy luncheon. I know many of you are legacies, and so you may be attending the legacy luncheon. That will also be held here in the Tampa Convention Center, and the Mary Schei Scott leadership breakfast Saturday morning. All will be held on this side. Okay, so that's all on the first floor are the workshop rooms, and where the milled events on those I just listed for you will be located on the first floor of the Tampa Convention Center. Next slide. All right, the second floor of the Tampa Convention Center will be primarily registration, as well as the vendors and the plenary session. So again, the West Hall will be where the vendors will be located. Soros, once you register, you'll receive your badge. You must always have your badge with you to enter the vendor hall. So again, you must have keep your credentials with you. That's how you'll be allowed to also enter the plenary session. Soros, if you are late, you'll be required to pay a $2 late fee to the plenary meetings. So be mindful of the start time. Our plenary sessions start at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. So I would encourage you to get there early so you can get your seating. Okay. If you are a delegate for your chapter, there will be a delegate section set aside for the chapters, and there'll be assigned seats based upon the chapter names. We are having a delegate meeting. That email will come out quickly next week to go over the voting tool that we're going to use. So again, if you are a delegate for your chapter, look out for that email for that delegate meeting. Okay. So again, the registration will be on the second floor, as well as the main area will be the plenary halls, as well as the vendor halls. Third and fourth floor are more meeting rooms, but you probably will not head up there, and we don't have many people on the fourth floor just because it's very difficult to move people to the fourth floor. Okay, so that is the main events for the Tampa Convention Center. This is also, Sarah's, the step show is Friday night. It's in the same room that the plenary hall is. The plenary